This is a tough video to make. I just got back from a jog. I'm kind of in the middle of making our next tutorial, but as I was out running, I thought that it was important for me to take a little bit of time to make this video and talk to you guys. After weeks of thought and seeing how things are developing with the AI stuff, felt like I needed to make this video offering some thoughts, also letting you guys know where I'm at, and I hope that there will be a little bit of encouragement in this video. It's not going to be a video full of like toxic positivity or anything. I hate that shit. I can't really like fake being chipper right now. If you are someone who is like ecstatic about how things are going right now and you see no problems, then that is wonderful for you. This video isn't really speaking to you. This video is for artists out there who are struggling and dealing with the same or similar existential crisis and dread and hopelessness that I'm feeling. Obviously, things around AI art have been developing very quickly, and if you follow me on Twitter or you have come to my streams, you probably know how critical I am of it. I started out in a place of actually being pretty open-minded about the whole AI art and everything, but the more I've learned about it, the more critical I have become. I've talked about my fears around it a lot on stream. I don't really want to go into that at the moment. I have my own short-term and long-term predictions, but I don't really want to talk about those in this video. I wish I could lay out advice on what should be done like career-wise, but we really don't know how things are going to shake out. And so, yeah, I really don't know the answer to that. Something I did want to talk about that I feel is very, very needed right now is what individual artists are dealing with right now and the huge mental health impact that all of these developments have dealt to artists. I know that personally I've been dealing with a lot. I didn't stream yesterday because of it. Creative types already tend to be generally very sensitive and prone to mental health struggles. In fact, many of us use the process of creating art to help cope with mental health struggles that we face. In processing everything that's been going on, I myself have noticed a pretty significant negative impact on my own mental health, which, you know, I certainly already had my own mental health struggles going on. But this was, I don't know if I can even describe how big of an impact it has made. It's made things go very, very dark. And I know I'm not the only one. Without going into too many details, you know, my thoughts have indeed gotten very dark pretty regularly. And I know I'm not the only one. I've seen many comments on social media and posts on Reddit from fellow artists who are posting their own thoughts and hopelessness going in the same sort of dark direction. Like on an individual level and on a personal level, it's of course very heartbreaking. And then also seeing like on a collective level for the community of artists out there who are suffering, it's just so heartbreaking. And that's why I felt like I needed to make this video. I'm no mental health expert, and I can only speak from my own experiences and perspective, but I think that it's pretty important to remind ourselves why we started doing art in the first place. I know that for me, the process of drawing itself can be not only rewarding, but it can also be kind of therapeutic and meditative. I know that for me personally, when I work on art, if I don't have like distractions going on, a lot of, when I'm drawing, a lot of like emotional and memory processing tends to happen. Sometimes it's not always pleasant, but I think, at least I hope, that it's a good like coping, like processing sort of thing that I do. And so I think it's very important to have that process and not just like click a button and have a pretty image. The actual process of art is very important to why we do art in the first place. I started doing art at a very young age because I thought it was fun. I didn't really like doing coloring books, even though there's already beautiful line art for you there to color in, and like you get a pretty picture at the end. But I wasn't interested in that. I didn't want to do something that like did the drawing for me. I wanted to do it myself. Sure, it's wonderful to have a final drawing in the end, but having the final picture is not the only reason that I create. I also think this is a chance for us to step back and reflect on if we are drawing the stuff that we really want to be creating, or if we're being jerked around and art directed by social media. Something that has continued to like pop into my head as I've been racking my brain over this whole situation is that I need to lean into parts of the actual process that I enjoy the most. So for me, I love the process of sketching and doing line art. I find the painting and rendering part of the process, it's still enjoyable, but not as fun to me as the sketching and line art part of the process. So going back to making art as meaningful and as enjoyable as possible to myself, I feel that I should really emphasize those parts of my process and my work that I enjoy the most. Some people enjoy using AI as a tool, and, despite my own criticisms of the tool, I won't deny that for some people it's their own creative expression. Will this be a long-term thing, or will it eventually be so advanced that it doesn't even need these prompts from people currently using the tool? I have my own predictions, but that's not really what this video is about, and I don't really want to get into it. If you find it rewarding to use, then I don't know. That's something, I guess. But I want to talk to you artists out there who are feeling like pressured that you're going to have to start using it to keep up with market demand. If you're feeling pressured to use it in order to keep up with market demand, essentially becoming an AI image retoucher, I don't really know if that's the best route to go. If you don't enjoy that process, I'm not sure if it's worth it. I don't know the answer on this. But I think if something feels wrong and you don't enjoy the process, then it is time to reevaluate and not just do it because it seems like market pressure is forcing you into that role. Something else that I've been thinking about is the basics when it comes to taking care of mental health, especially around the holiday season. This had to drop right before. This all had to unfold like right before Christmas, didn't it, you guys? The holiday season is already a very difficult time for many people. I think this season, we are going to need to be very, very careful to only consume content and social media mindfully. Take breaks from it when you need to. I know how easy it is to like get sucked into the conversation and doom scrolling. Like it's happened to me the past few weeks. I know how it is, where it feels like you have to be involved, you have to stay informed, you have to inform everybody possible, you have to have your voice heard. And I think it is important. It's important to inform people and have your voice heard and like let people know here's the issues. We also have to be careful that it's like, when does it become too much? When do we need to take a step back to like recharge? Because if you completely like burn yourself out and then you can't do anything else outside of doom scrolling, and you just get into a darker and darker and darker place, then that doesn't help anybody. Be careful this season, especially with doing too much doom scrolling. Not saying put your head in the sand, but just be careful. Take breaks. Take big breaks when you need to. And then something else that I know is not ever anyone's favorite thing to hear is back to the basics, is exercising our bodies and eating healthy. I know it's like super eye-rolly and basic to say, oh, just eat healthy and exercise, but there's probably a reason that it is repeated so much. I know in my own experience, like for example, yesterday I took a day off of streaming because things were bad. I mean, things have been in a dark place for weeks, to be honest, but it was pretty bad yesterday. Tried to rest a lot, and then even this morning I was not feeling very well. A little bit better than last night, but still not great. Was able to actually get myself out for like a 20-minute jog. When I came home, I felt motivated to actually make this video because I had been thinking about making this video for at least a couple days, but I haven't been able. It's been really, really difficult when you're in a dark place to have the motivation to actually create and make stuff. And when you have this like impending doom looming over your shoulder, at least what feels like it, it's hard to have the motivation to do any of it. But I am sorry to say, you guys, that exercise helps. Kind of hate that answer myself, but I think it does help with the motivation aspect of it. 20-minute walk, 20-minute jog, yoga, whatever it is you need to do that will get you to do it. Try and prioritize it in your life, in your everyday if you can. Comment if you want me to take some time this Christmas break to make a rage yoga video. I know that I've talked about this on stream. Personally, I get a little annoyed with some yoga videos that are very like, and breathe in the universe. I want rage yoga. Lower down and touch your damn toes. Hold your plank and let the rage seethe. Building. Building. And now, lower down and scream into the void. And so, you know, make in the world what you want to see, I guess. So let me know if you want that. Something else is reaching out to trusted friends, family, mental health professionals to talk if you need to. I wish it were easier to get mental health help. I know firsthand that it's very difficult. It's not easy to find. At least I haven't found it easy to find good help. So I don't know how to help with that. If you can find someone to at least talk to, or if you don't feel comfortable talking to people about this stuff, or like maybe the dark thoughts going through your head, something else that I have found helpful personally is opening up just like a document and writing everything out. Because that way, at least for me, how it kind of helps is like if I write everything out, then my brain can feel like, okay, now I don't need to keep like rehashing these same thoughts over and over again. They're now on a document. It's saved on my computer. It's there. Like, don't worry, brain, you're not gonna forget. You don't need to worry about it. We got it. Now you don't have to keep thinking about it. I found that helpful. But going along with finding community and people to talk to and stuff, I think that the art community really needs to pull together and support each other. I've actually been like pretty heartened and impressed by how the art community has really come together, been trying to make our voices heard, supporting each other. I think it's been actually a good thing to witness that's come out of this. Keep coming together, supporting each other even more. Even just offering like encouragement, listening to each other, even like commiserating. It can be really tough to explain what a big deal everything that's going on is to people who are not like within this arts bubble. I know that when I've tried talking to some people who are like outside of this bubble, I have often run into like very dismissive, dehumanizing, invalidating sort of responses. And I don't think people realize that's what they're doing. And so I don't like fully blame these people, but I do find it frustrating and like a little bit demoralizing when that happens. Well, very demoralizing, let's be honest, because it's like, wow, really? Like, do you even care about humans? Okay, cool. Like technology reigns supreme, I guess, whatever. Anyway, my own bitterness coming out there. But I think that it really does show that we need to pull together, support each other within this artist bubble, and also, you know, encourage each other, especially as we're like doing the hard work of like helping inform people who are not aware of potential issues. And lastly, I know that people are already being affected by what's happening. I've seen comments and gotten messages about this happening with like commissions and stuff. So I'm not gonna say it's not happening, but everything hasn't crumbled yet. We're still seeing how things will pan out for now. And I know like we're trying. We're getting our voices out there. We're trying to let the people know what's going on. For now, there's still stuff to draw, and every day is a chance to improve your skills. There seems to be this very strange anti-skill sort of mentality coming off of the pro-AI rhetoric. You know, not everybody, but I have definitely seen it a bit. And I just, personally, I find that's like super strange. It's never, in my opinion, a bad idea to improve your skills, especially when it's something that you enjoy doing, like drawing. It's a way to like help enrich your life. I love drawing. Why would I ever give up on trying to be better at drawing when I want to keep doing it? Whether I make money or not, the ability of humans to be able to practice and gain skills is such a cool thing to me. And like, it's also very rewarding. I'm not going to stop doing it, and I hope that you don't stop doing it either. I don't know if this video helped or hurt, or can I tell you guys a secret? I recorded this whole video already before, and it turns out I recorded it without sound. And so I'm a little bit worried that this second take wasn't as good, but what can you do? Anyway, keep creating, don't give up. Sorry. Don't give up. It makes me really sad to see younger artists or any artists out there who feel like they have to give up drawing because they think it's not going to be a viable career. And I don't know what the future holds, but remember why you draw and why you started drawing, because I would guess that most of the time you started drawing because you enjoy it. And I don't think you should stop. Okay? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go draw and work on this tutorial. Okay, bye guys. Take care.